Hello, in this episode we are going to talk about how we use AWS SES to send over email. AWS SES is the Amazon simple email service. This service will help us to send emails to our clients. But there is a catch. When we want to use this service, we should go through a verification process. It means if we want to send emails to the emails that are not owned by us, then we need to go through a verification process. And because maybe it's not possible for you to go through verification process, or maybe you don't want to do it, or maybe we are just developing, so we don't want to go through a lot of these kind of processes, we have another way to do it. And that way is to verify the email that we want to send email to. So to test our application, we actually verify two emails. One email will be our main email, like the email that we are sending the email from. But the second email will be the email that we are going to receive the email. We have to verify both of them. But in a real life scenario, you just need to verify the sender email. And for the rest of the thing, you should go through the process of verifying your email address. So that being said, let's jump into code and see how we are going to do this. Okay, as you see here, I am in my email provider stack. Let's go through the code and see how we are going to achieve this. You see here, first we create our verified email and test email variables. For me are two of my personal emails. The test email is the email that we are going to send the email to, and verified email is the email that we are going to send the email from. So this one can be sender, and this one can be receiver. So it means you need to sign in with the inside or React Native application with this email address, so you can receive the email. So what we do, we create a email identity for both of them, and after that we export the ARN of each of them. So this ARN help us later to give the permission to our Lambda function so they can access to this ARN. So it means they can use a CS service with these emails. And now let's go inside our services stack and see how we are going to use that. As you see here inside my services stack, we have here, after we created our start transaction handler, if I go a little to the bottom, I have test email identity ARN and email identity ARN. So I have these two that I import from the other stack, and then here with the function add role to policy, I give the Lambda function a new policy so they can do everything they want with SES resources. But with which resources? Email identity ARN and test email identity ARN. So this is what we need to do inside our stack. Now we created the infrastructure and how we are going to actually use this infrastructure. So let's go to our Lambda function. Inside handlers, let's go to start transaction handler, and inside the support we should have a function, yes, send email. As you see here, inside the send email function we get a lot of variables, and then we create our own custom HTML. For now, it's just a simple HTML and it does what we need, so it's okay. Then we put the region and then we create a new SES client. SES client is something that we imported from AWS SDK. After that, we create a param variable. We put the destination to the email address that we already verify. We put the message body, everything, subject. And as you remember, source email is this one, and reply email also, they can reply to this. Then we just try and send the variable, send email command with the variable. And at the end, if the email sent successfully, we log, and if we have an error also, we log. So that's everything we need to do inside our code, but there is another one step that I want to show you where you need to do it. Because after you create the stack, email provider stack in AWS, then you need to go to your AWS dashboard. Let's go. Here, inside the Amazon SES dashboard, as you see, I have 3 emails here that are confirmed. You should go to AWS SES, click on identities, and then you see 2 new identities created, of course, with your emails. And the identity status is not verified. To make this one verified, you need to go to your email and click on the link that's sent to that email. The moment you create the stack, the link will be sent to your email. So that's what you need to do first before you can use AWS SES. Okay, this was everything I wanted to tell you about AWS SES. Is a little tricky to make it up and running, but based on my experience, it's better than most of service providers out there, so you can use it. Like always, I will share the link to the repo in the description. See you in the next video.